We're going to start with Newcastle, all right? I want to get your views on that. Newcastle and Spurs fans as well. You can have your say. I called the Newcastle game, by the way.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah? Do you remember? What was your bet? Because we had the four-way bet.
Son to score. And he should have done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't look good, did he? Anyway, Newcastle and Spurs fans, you can get dialing now, 03717223344. We'll take your calls in just a moment. First, though, let's hear from the manager, the Newcastle manager, Eddie Howe. He spoke following his side's 2-1 victory over Spurs yesterday. He feels as though his team should be even higher in the table than they currently are.
The Palace game, I think, is one that really sticks in my mind, that we missed a few chances, the VAR decision. We were frustrated, and I think then the hangover of that game probably took us into Bournemouth. So we could have had more. I think probably deserve more from certain games, but it is what it is, and we've got the points we've got. I couldn't look at the squad any more favourably at the minute in terms of what they're giving me. You know, the effort and commitment that they're delivering on a consistent basis is fantastic, and the group, the feeling in the group, you know, just left the changing room now, and the group is really together.
There you go, a very happy Eddie Howe. He's now
so.
fourth in the Premier League. They've only lost one game, and the only other sides to do that is Man City and Arsenal. Spurs now
was
lost
that
3.
Liverpool? That was Carvalho volley at the end, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
right at the end,
yeah. They're looking fantastic. I'm going to ask you, and I'll ask listeners, where they think Newcastle will finish now. I spoke to Charlie Austin this morning on my new YouTube channel.
How's that going?
Great. Go subscribe, everyone.
You enjoying it?
I'm loving it. It's good. Good fun, actually. But he said that he expects Newcastle now to get top 4.
Okay,
is that a bit too much?
See, when I think about top 4, my only concern with Newcastle was the squad depth. Have they got enough in that squad to be able to sustain it on all fronts and finish in that top 4? But they put themselves in a great position. I think minimum requirement for this Newcastle squad and Eddie Howe's top 6. I think back in Europe, I think would be perfect. I love listening to Eddie Howe speak. I think he speaks with real intelligence, real intensity. And when you look at some of the players that they've got, I mean, we could talk about the superstars already. So like Bruno Guimaraes, who I thought was brilliant again at the weekend. You've got Kieran Trippier, who was very good. You've got Callum Wilson, scoring goals again, looks fit, looks strong. But the transformation in Miguel Almiron and Joe Linton is frightening.
Okay, I agree with everything you're saying.
Frightening.
Right? But the one thing I will add into that, I agree with everything, right, is I think some managers underestimate just how important a good goalie is, right? And I think we saw both ends of the pitch. Hugo Lloris is always a little bit flappable. Always. It always makes a mistake.
Not great with his feet.
Both goals were his fault, right?
Correct.
And at the other end, you got Nick Pope, who he was one of the big buys for them. What a difference he's made to them as well.
I mean, Nick Pope, again, we've seen for England, ain't great with his feet either, but he's done what he's asked to do. And the save from Harry Kane with his foot, he's been really important making these blocks.
A great save with his
Great
foot.
save. And listen, as poor as Tottenham were, I think it'd be unfair for me to sit here and talk about how bad they were, and that's why Newcastle won. I thought Newcastle set up in the right way. As I said, I thought Joe Linton and Almiron were at it. Bruno Guimaraes just run the show. Considering he's not slept for 2 days because he's had a newborn baby. That's frightening.
Was it a goal, by the way, the first one?
100%.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that whatsoever.
I think, if anything, Hugo Lloris ran into him.
Right. Also, where's Callum Wilson supposed to go? And secondly, just clear it. Even if it's bounced up, just knee it in the air, or do something with it.
I think Hugo Lloris ran into Callum Wilson.
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. But also, even
sorry, anyone in the crest think that was a foul? No.
Even with the Eric Dyer as well, was behind, who was waving. I think if he reacts quickly and just runs backwards without appealing for it, he heads it away. But he didn't. But Callum Wilson, really good goal. I thought Newcastle excellent, top 6 for them, and it's onwards and upwards.
Okay, I'll ask you an easy question. All right, we'll take calls 03717223344 from Newcastle and Spurs fans. Right now, if I gave you a tenner and I said put this bet on, who will finish higher, Spurs or Newcastle?
Spurs.
Okay, but the fact you had to think about that, where 3-4 weeks ago you wouldn't have.
Because I still think to myself, they've got X factor in Kane and Son up top.
Okay,
they've got players to come back, and it's the manager.
Okay.
I mean, listen, it might not be the most attractive to watch, but it gets results.
Can Newcastle get top 4? I know the answer is obviously yes, they can, but do you expect them to get top 4?
I don't expect them to get top 4, but they're in the mix.
Okay, Spurs definitely?
See, I would have said Spurs definitely, but...
You just tipped them to finish higher than Newcastle.
Okay, but Newcastle could finish 6th.
Okay. Will Spurs get top 4?
I think so, yeah, still.
You're not confident?
Not as confident after the last couple of results.
Okay.
Listen, this season...
And other games as well, United look...
Spurs have beaten everyone they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
But when it comes to United, got beat, Arsenal got beat, and they got beat by one other team as well. Who was it?
Who got...
Spurs. Got beat by Arsenal, beat by United.
Yeah.
And they got beat...
One other. Okay.
And they got beat by one other.
All right. We'll find out. Okay, we can do that. We've got Google at our fingertips.
Yeah.
All right? 03717223344. Last question. I've got so many questions for you. So many 2-hour show.
Oh, Newcastle.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Days ago or day ago.
Yeah.
would you be stunned, right? Quite often, football, you go, that doesn't surprise me. Would you be stunned if Spurs finish the season with Pochettino?
No, I wouldn't be stunned.
No, neither would I.
As long as if that Juventus thing carrot keeps bubbling away over here, and Spurs fans start getting sick of what they're seeing and they're not getting results, wouldn't surprise me.
Talk Sport Drive with Andy Goldstein, Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the Talk Sport app and on your smart speaker. Talk Sport.